He's shooting over 40% from three so far this season. And Fran, I believe you saw him out in Treviso, Italy at Eurocamp, and just the progress he's made since then at his age. I mean, there you can see just catching the ball in traffic. You know, he's a
man inside, really athletic sophomore.
Loose ball, Jones picks it up. Oh, I thought he blocked. And, you know, back in a time when there was no, Jim Crow and, you know, schools being segregated, and you didn't see African Americans playing against white players.
March 1944, he had a great 2016. It was rectified by the Naismith Hall of Fame. He is now not only in the Hall as a contributor and as a coach, but his Tennessee A&I team, one of the great teams in college basketball history, 3-time and the great ones.
In close, but Donovan Williams couldn't finish right there. The last half dozen years, the ability to offensive rebound. Butler, shot wouldn't go. Rebound pulled down by Texas. It's an 8-point game. We close in on the 8-minute mark. John Shambi, Dick Vitale.
Yeah, we watched Vital right there. I think he could be one heck of a tight end in the NFL. When you think about guys that have done that, think about Gonzalez. Look at
Mitchell
this.
uses the basket on the reverse.
Just tremendous isolation, one-on-one, taking it to the goal, reversing it. These last 7 minutes really big to Texas. They can't allow them to jump up big on them.
Feed inside of the throw.
And LaFonso, right now, Baylor's up by 11. We talk about their defense, but their strength is standing out behind the arc.
Yes, they lead the nation in three-point field goal percentage at 43%, 6 of 11 so far in this game.
They got floor gamers all over the place. You think about Coach Vitale, every single guy they put on the floor.
Met him a couple of times.
He's not bad. He and I have been battling a little bit about some picks in football. And, you know, he picked his Saints to beat my Bucks, the Packers to beat my Bucks. And what can I tell you? I hope he picks Kansas City, the Chiefs. There it is.
So top in offensive efficiency for Gonzaga, and then Baylor top 3 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. Jones inside, shot contested, and they iron. Wet kick out. And Williams misses everything. Here come the Longhorns. Coleman. And that one. Harmon gets it back, puts it in, and the Sooners on the board.
Davion Harmon is playing the best basketball of his young career so far. Nice drive inside.
Sooners on the board.
Davion Harmon is playing the best basketball of his young career so far. Nice drive inside.
Jones lost it, got it.
I wonder if there was some sweat, you know, some perspiration down there from that timeout by Texas.
Jones pull up, that's a 2.
Gibson had 29 early in the year against West Virginia. So this transfer from North Texas is, he is terrific off the bench.
Oklahoma by a couple, feed down low. Kai Jones looking for space, and he got it. And more in college, you're seeing the 2-for-1 a little bit more. It was something you see all the time in the NBA, but you didn't see it for the most part in college, making its way into the college game and then attacking the guys with the fouls, no doubt.
That's good.
Jones with the 3 players, and 3 guys have 4 fouls.
Yeah. Good look inside, good finish.
They shoot it well.
Well, you know, John, that they're hitting the fastball right now, okay? Texas's man-to-man is their fastball, and it's got no movement tonight. So you got to change up a little bit and throw some junk at him.
Jones steps, getting that body up on Davion Harmon.
Yeah, he does. There's no question, but he's a senior. He should know better by now. That's good footwork again. That's good basketball.
2.5 to go, 5-point game. Harmon with his 7th turnover in this one.
Matt Coleman can't be afraid to shoot that 3.
Big chunk of time with the foul trouble.
as a player as he heads to the best league in the world.
Yeah, the biggest thing for him is just bringing it every possession. Early on in this game, we saw a couple blow-bys, defensively. I think he has the tools to be a really good defender. He has a high IQ.
He was very open about the idea that when you're talking about the advancement of, African Americans as coaches at the Division I level, yeah, it's in Mike Wynn. Feed inside, Ramey steps in, trying to save it. And it ends up with the Longhorns. Kai Jones still going. Jones give off. Jones from way downtown. And then Cunningham gets bodied a little bit, flips it up, wouldn't go. Kai Jones rebounds. Cater had 25 for Texas, but the Longhorns right now on the short end. Good tip away by Jones. It ends up with Andrew Jones. Now Ramey.
Got to take advantage of a turnover right now and come with a basket. He's got a heck of a future, Kai Jones. Can't teach that athleticism. He can't teach that size.
Jones had it knocked away.
Solid backcourt for Juan Fu.
Kai Jones jumping it up with Reeves, buries one from deep. The three will go. Yeah, the Sooners lead at 6-3.
This situation for Texas, not unlike the last 6 games last season where they had a lot of injuries and still managed to win. When I had to think about what I was going up against, I was concerned. Then you realize, I'll tell you what.
This won't go. And here comes Texas.
And see if Matt Coleman stays aggressive. Kai Jones trying to ball.
Good hustle by the Sooners.
He's one of the best young players in the league his last couple of years before the injury.
So Febres back and gives them an added element.
If it gets over 10, I start thinking about it. But certainly in that 8-minute range, John, as long as this is a ball game, you got to take your chances and play the calculated art. I'm a little surprised that Texas hasn't tried a little 2-3 zone. They've been a great man-to-man team. Came in making 2 all season, and he is 3 for 3, and that was a defensive breakdown by Texas. He got loose.
Jones inside finds hand
to his left. Good call. I'm not Houdini, John. I'm in Dallas, Texas here. I usually am a pretty good referee, but usually get more than right than I do. Big baskets.
Well, exactly, and that's what Huggs says. We need to stretch with McBride, McNeil, and also Sherman. So then now we can open up things on the inside for Culver.
Can't complain anytime you get to watch the #1 pick.
Yeah, no question. And
I felt like I was really talking to an NBA vet. So when you have a guy with those measurables who can really play anywhere from the point guard spot to the 4, that's a pretty high-level prospect.
Mike, where are a couple areas that you think he can continue to evolve and improve as a player as he heads to the best league in the world?
Yeah, the biggest thing.
Man inside, really athletic sophomore.
Loose ball, Jones picks it up. Oh, I thought he blocked.
Future is very bright long-term for Pat Jones.
My body's been described as a ball of... Fran, one of the things when you think about his time coaching at North Carolina Central was the secret game. The game that they played against the Duke Medical School. And, back in a time when
there were and the great ones.
In close, but Donovan Williams couldn't finish right there.
Really nice job of shooting that floater before Boone could get a piece of it. He shot that ball from what we call the high paint.
Jones from way downtown. And then Cunningham.
They will flock to Cunningham like the Swallows flock to Capistrano, John, when he gets downhill. Keep your eye on those orange jerseys.
Kick Check out Anderson with Brock Cunningham on him. Gets bodied a little bit, flips it up, wouldn't go. Kai Jones.
He is. I spoke on the phone with him a couple of weeks ago about what he wants to get involved with a foundation. As we all know the story, courageous, battle leukemia, and he wants to do wonders to help a lot of young people. So I hope all the people in Austin get out there and support his foundation. Just a beautiful young man.
He has really returned to form, but a huge contributor this year. That jumper off the mark. This is the freshman Brown, and his shot is rejected by Thamba. Cruz group the last half dozen years, the ability to offensive rebound. Butler, shot wouldn't. Meyer rebounds, back home. The Austin native played his high school ball with Brock Cunningham, who guards him right now.
Yeah, there's the two teammates. They went at practice a lot. You know, Meyer came in, big reputation, was #1 player in high school in Texas. He went through a little struggle for a while, but now he's having a real good year this year.
Bodies on the floor.
One thing you'll see from this Texas backcourt will be a lot of isolation play.
On the board.
Davion Harmon is playing the best basketball of his young career so far. Nice drive inside.
Jones lost it, got it.
Mike, I think the thing about Kai Jones that's really impressed me from the start of the season is the skill level. You know, the shooting. He has a feel for the game along with the...
Dan Dockridge standing by. Texas, by the way, took a 47-45 lead at the 16:22 mark. And Baylor has outscored Texas 34-19 and shot 14 of 19 over that stretch. Wow.
Incredible. And on the other side, Texas really empty on the free throw line. Don't make free throws. And right now it is all Baylor. They have shown here late in the game why. That's not a perfect situation.
Meyer rebounds, back home. The Austin native played his high school ball with Brock Cunningham, who guards him right now.
Yeah, there's the two teammates. They went at practice a lot. You know, Meyer came in, big reputation, was #1 player in high school in Texas. He went through a little struggle for a while, but now he's having a real good year this year.
Bodies on the floor.
Our own youngsters fit in nicely.
Right side, Gibson couldn't hit. Quet had it rejected that time. Of Austin Reeves. Goes in on the 2-minute mark. Oklahoma by 4 with the ball. John Shambi framed for Schiller. Big 12 basketball from Austin. Number 5, Texas. Number 24, Oklahoma. Beautiful daughter, Gigi. And lots of tributes around the sporting world and really around the world for those two.
Well, Jamie Dixon, everyone knows what a great defensive coach he is, and he's got his hands full today. 93 points per game for Baylor.
Yeah, a team that I usually think defense first, and that they're averaging over 90 points.
Gets inside of the three-point arc. He's as dangerous as anyone on the floor.
First step was good by Jones. Can't finish. Key possession here for the Cyclones. Johnson blocked by Kai Jones. The eraser. And I sidestep in for the gentle flush. And Kai Jones talked a lot about Greg Brown, but Jones is a guy that's climbing up NBA draft boards.
Yeah, and Jones would be extremely high of the group of guys that we're going to see today on my list. I mean, he runs as well as anyone in the NBA, and he can do that. Look at that.
Ramey probing, goes against 3 defenders. That one sent back.
Yeah, that was also forced. That was really nothing there.
The big swat and block, Kai Jones.
Gets a rebound. That is his job, and he has embraced it this season.
Well, he to me, Ham and Cunningham are the unsung heroes.
Get out, says
process.
Jones. Got a low loss of the season to Mississippi State on the road for Texas State. Liddell cradles it. Good defense there by Scott.
And it was only a 2-point game for Texas State. They played Mississippi.
Maybe too much patience there for Marlon.
NBA draft analyst Mike Schmitz, who is courtside. How are you doing, sir?
I'm great. I'm bad luck because 2 games in a row, Cade, with 2 early fouls. But can't complain anytime you get to watch the #1 pick.
Yeah, no question. And let's.
Yeah, Kai Jones, John, has gotten so much better from his freshman year. When you see a kid with this length and athleticism, the tricky thing is he is an outstanding defender. He and Jericho Sims are as good guarding guards as any 2 big players in the country. You see right there.
Now, baseline.
17 that went to the NBA Combine after his freshman year with the idea that he was going to test his skills, and you're starting to see some of that come back. 17 today for Andrew Jones.
Lead back to 3. Coming in back inside and a great look. Coleman, that's a 3. Way off the mark.
Those Texas guards have really struggled today. Only 9 field goals, 40 shots roughly.
Texas as a team shooting 29%. Anderson on the move. Loose ball.
He let Ramey get by him and just reached out without any contact and made a great play.
Coleman on Cunningham.
1 minute to play, less than 1 minute remaining.
Cade Cunningham, and now Kai Jones on him. Cunningham gets inside, ball fake, and he gets fouled.
Freshman Greg Brown, you think about it, Dick, he's from the Austin area. He would have been on campus normally probably around April, but because of COVID, I mean, he didn't really get a chance with summer school or any of that to get that early start. So, you know, the development for so many of these young guys is kind of thwarted all over the country.
Yeah, it really is. That's a good point you made right there. That's what the pandemic has done. It's really hurt a lot of people. Get a little rhythm. But once they got their rhythm, they were on their way. Oh, I'm not talking Bucks now. Let's get back to Baylor here. Good, John. Stop me from talking about the Bucks.
Stop talking about the Bucks. Stop it.
Here's Teague now. Vital gets inside and scoop.
Baylor leading this one by 9, under 9 to go. Texas has made a couple of runs. Andrew Jones has been sensational, a career-high 25 for Texas. But the Longhorns right now on the short end. Good tip away by Jones. Dan Dockridge standing by. Texas, by the way, took a 47-45 lead at the 16-22 mark. And Baylor has outscored Texas 34-19 and shot 14 of 19 over that stretch. Wow.
Incredible. And on the other side, Texas really empty on the free throw line. They'll make free throws, and right now it is all Baylor. They have shown here late in the game why. That's not a perfect situation.
A lot of the early part of the season, he'll play tonight. Kai Jones is going to be a terrific player. He'll be in the NBA. Greg Brown's going to be in the NBA. There's talent out there for Texas, although they are down to 8 players, at least on the terms of scholarship players.